Hello everybody. This is Dicebag here, artist, game designer, world builder, and occasional Vtuber. Guess what we're doing today? That's right, the same thing we do every day. Every week. But this time we're actually drawing creatures. We might do some humans later. But we gotta actually finish this one up. Because that's what we got actually like ready to go. I've been doing a lot more art just during the week now though. And I'm producing some nice stuff, I think. Just going at it for a while. And going with some rough line art without really thinking about cleaning it up precisely, I think is a style that I should be working in more, because it turns out faster, and like I really feel like I work out better when I'm not thinking about all the specific details and whatnot. Taking things more as in like a painterly way of doing things, kind of. Where the line art is just kind of more colors. Actually, should I bring up the thing I did? Here's what I did during the week. Been doing well, I've been thinking I need to get more art from mythic creatures made up, because I do want to make a video about them at some point, and I kind of need more artwork than just the Verdant King, you know? Even though he's going to be like the one that's focused on in the first release. So that's a thing that I've been doing. But for now we work on Gastroc and his Hoplos. Shouldn't have too much problem getting the flats on here. I already did a lot of little corrections to the line art. So we're just gonna plop down some colors. Whoop. Then we can start shading this. Putting all the extra stuff on. Actually, let's go ahead and get some of this out of the way. Can we? Hell yeah. Two at once, baby. Maximum efficiency. And of course these guys have little decorations that I'm gonna have to add on after the flats. That shouldn't be a big deal. I did have to tweak the tail feathers on these guys because they weren't quite lining up with the actual what do you call that? the perspective of the birds themselves. Also, one thing I neglected was that these guys have like some eye shine here. There's some shine in the eye. Eye shine is a different thing. There we go. This guy's mouth needs a little work too, now that I look at it. Oh, wait a second. Had that on the wrong layer. Alright. Before I do anything else, let's go ahead and Yep. I see the gaps, I see the gaps. Always shows up better when you got darker colors. Some here. Little gap down here. In the corners, and I think there is another one right down here.
Rivermead 2015 says, "That's incredible."
Well, I don't know about that, but welcome, Rivermead.
JSuric02 says, "Very nice art."
How's it going? And thank you. We barely even started, actually. Let's see. We got a few gaps over here.
Rivermead 2015 says, "Yeah, not so bad."
Not so bad. Well, I suppose that's good.
JSuric02 says, "All good, thank you. How are you?"
Hello, J-Circ. We're doing alright. Just getting started on this piece. Well, we got started on it like last time, but starting on the coloring. This is, of course, for my monster collecting tabletop RPG. These are a couple of monster designs. And we need to get the patterns on this guy's back before I do anything else, I think. Bro's got some spots on him that we need to show here. I don't think there's much else.
2015 says, yeah, Stephen Dawson does this kind of art.
Stephen Dawson, not familiar with that one.
Rivermead 2015 says, he's really good and all that.
I'm sure he is, but never heard of him. Whoop. Let's move this down a little bit. Ooh. Alright, I need a smaller brush so I can control things a little better.
Rivermead 2015 says, he sent in loads of pictures to the Babe Station Beauties.
Babe Station Beauties? Another thing I'm not familiar with.
JSuric02 says, his favorite charader is Pretty Young.
I feel like I'm being memed on right now. Pretty Young?
JSuric02 says, no legit person. Rivermead 2015 says, no.
I'm seeing multiple instances of a Stephen Dawson on the internet. One of them is on Instagram, which it won't let me scroll very far because I'm not logged in, because I haven't used that in a very long time.
Sent in a picture he designed of a bald man. He called his piece Tic Tac. JSuric02 says, he has a cone head.
Like the aliens? We're talking about Coneheads, the aliens here. Is he from France? Oh.
JSuric02 says, pretty much a human, no.
This sounds like a lolcow. Not sure if I like being compared to somebody who sounds like a lolcow.
Rivermead 2015 says, he does look a bit odd and all that. JSuric02 says, which he is and all that. Rivermead 2015 says, you're not a LOL cow.
Well, I know I'm not. I don't have a big enough following to be a lolcow, even if I had all the signs.
JSuric02 says, I was going to say need more people first to make you a LOL cow.
Yeah, exactly. If I start doing wool cow things, will that increase my follower count? Social media hack, be a wool cow. These are the kinds of things a marketing guru will tell you.
Rivermead 2015 says, before I depart, could you design a prolapsed arsehole on the snail?
Oh, well, buddy, you see, his arsehole is hidden by, you know, perspective and the shell, so I don't think that's possible.
JSuric02 says, pretty flip that.
Flip? Alright, buddy. I don't speak Rick and Morty.
JSuric02 says, flip not flip.
Yeah, like I said, I don't speak Rick and Morty. I don't know what compelled me to put so many little extra design things on these creatures, but that's how they are, and it's too late to change it, as far as I'm concerned. So I guess we're just gonna muddle through. Alright. Oh, wait a second. Those guys have little tips on their crests. Let this be a lesson if you're ever designing characters. Don't put more details on them than you want to draw at a later time. Common Vtuber problem. But then again, the people who design the Vtubers aren't the ones who draw them later on. Well, unless you're like me and you made your own model. Okay, I think... Yeah, this don't look right. That's a little better. Alright, we're gonna have the light coming from the back here, from behind them. Mostly because I like to work subtractively. And we're gonna need a bigger brush for this. Gotta get this whole area cleared out. And you might say, Dice Bag, why didn't you just draw in the shadows instead of erasing them out? Because most of this is going to be a shadow and it would take longer. That's why. That's the reason. Yeah, I don't really think there'd be a whole lot of light showing on the tails. We're just giving them a little bit of an edge here. That actually looks kind of nice. kind of facing a dilemma here. I don't want the eyes to be out of the shadow, but I want to put more of the head in the shadow, or in the light. I think that's good. It would seem as though our prolapse lovers have left the chat. Get awfully quiet. Bros were clearly looking for a new lolcow, but not finding it here. You know what, let's put some color on the back here. Lighter. There we go. Actually, you know what? With the lighting here, it would probably work as like a sunset scene. I'll have to think about that when I actually get around to doing the scenery. Not right now. Let's see. Get us another multiply layer here. You know what? To all the nobody in chat right now, I'm kind of disappointed those dudes didn't get my reference to the Conehead movie. We are from France. Genius wasted. I wonder if they're even old enough to be familiar with the Coneheads. kids these days, I swear. Don't even know coneheads. Talk about people being cone-headed, but don't know what coneheads be. Alright, I'm thinking down here we need some of this going on. Perhaps even more. That should work. Yeah, not too happy with that shape quite like that. I also don't like that. You know what? Let's just simplify it. Do the simple thing.
We tread with care.
All right, I think we're good to start putting some highlights on here. Let's see, let's go all the way up to 40% opacity with this and see how it goes. Let's get a yellowish color. You know what? That might be a bit too much for the highlights. We'll tone that down a little, down to, I am 25%, and it's still that bright?
From the ancient past, haunted souls in the shadows cast. We hold fast to magic unsurpassed. Our sorcery summoned ever fast. Eerie winds howl like banshees cry. Spirits linger and the demons fly. Arcane power in our veins so high. Through the darkness we'll defy. Chalice raised with sacred light.
Now I'm thinking about a joke I could have made before.
Beyond our sight, in unity with
Dude asked for a prolapse asshole on the thing, but I just remembered, snails' buttholes are up inside their shells, like right up in here. So when they poop, it like goes on their head. Alas, I was not quick-witted enough for that one.
chained by stone, the tomb unfurls. Whispers deep from forgotten worlds. Hands of power, old and
Alright, we need some light over on this side too.
scrolls unravel. Time does scream. Empires crumble. Truth
We may have to double up on the highlights in some of these places because they're not as prominent on the warm colors as they are on the cool colors.
the work of man. Their pride, their
Common little annoyance here.
crafting gods through skill and pain. Machines awaken, their hearts beat black. From dust they rise, they must attack. The work of man, their pride, their bane. Crafting gods through skill and pain. Machines awaken, their hearts beat black. From dust they rise, they must attack.
You know what? The wings on these guys are supposed to be kind of metallic. So we're gonna kind of
Furnaces blaze in eternal night.
make the highlights a little more metallic looking, and probably should do that on the bills too.
Blinded by their bold desire, mortals sought to harness fire, but fire burns and shadows spread. Among their marvels none were spared. The work of man, their pride, their bane.
Alright, what's going on here? What is this?
Machines awaken, their hearts beat black.
Wait. Aha.
Dust they rise, they must
There's the layer that's the problem.
the mist, the path is set. A conjurer's oath, no chance to regret. Vivid veil where the shadows gleam, under the rule of a fairy's dream. Verdant king, your gaze I feel, a throne of leaves, a realm unreal, bound by thorns, the forest stirs, green
You know what? Oh wait, there's forgot the tail.
branches twitch with whispered dread, echoes of the living, the long since dead. Arcane runes in trails unfold, veins of emerald, secrets untold. Oath of the conjurer, forged in fire, through the glades where
Alright. Are we ready to move on? I think we are.
brave the verdant king's might.
Let's get us a 35% opacity brush and start softening the edges on these.
Gaze I fear, yet I march. I draw near an empire lush, roots so deep, an ageless bond the world shall keep. Winding streams with laughter laced, the valley braced with ancient grace, yet cunning eyes behind the throne. A fairy king's call,
Kohate says,
rhythm,
Sabra.
song.
Go ahead. There he is. How's it going? We're just finishing up a picture from last time. And I don't know what I'm gonna do next.
Kohate says, it feels like a horrors persist, but so do I kind of day.
Okay. Sorry I asked. I guess the important part is the you persisting part. Horrors will be with us no matter what.
Kohate says, it's all good, the persisting sets the heroic narrative, it's a good thing.
Exactly. You missed the trolls. I had some trolls coming into chat. Not the first time I've dealt with trolls. I noticed trolls like to operate in pairs, actually. So one guy I never heard come in, or I never heard of, comes in, and then immediately after another guy comes in. And they start playing off each other. I'm like, huh, I've seen this formula before. I kinda wish trolls would stay longer though. They don't stick around long enough to really get into good banter. Once they realize you're not a lolcow, they're like, oh, we're out of here.
Kohate says. That's a bit strange. Just to make you the butt of their inside joke.
I suppose. Anyways, the narrative was confirmed when they started asking me to put a prolapsed asshole on Gastroc here. I had to show them that the asshole would not be visible anyway, so sorry, buddies.
Kohate says. Did you do it?
Well, the asshole was not visible, so we can't even grant the request.
Kohate says. Damn.
Right? See, this is kind of why trolls don't bother me. They're just like my normal chat, really. Kinda disappointing when they leave. I'm like, no, you guys would fit in. Hold up.
Kohate says. I don't know if that's good or bad TBH.
I don't know, I grew up with banter. This is why I didn't have bullies in school. The bullies would try to tease me and I'd just banter back with them. Life hack, learn banter.
Kohate says. I just went straight to violence. Kohate says. Never learned to bant.
I mean, that's a bit extreme when they start out by like asking if Goku has blonde pubes when he goes Super Saiyan. See, that's a prime time to break out the gay jokes at their expense. I thought you liked banter, though. You seem like you got the bants. And we are definitely gonna have to double up on some of these highlight areas.
Kohate says.
Yeah,
I
there
try
we go.
from time to time, but TBH, I'm not much of a yapper. You.
Well, I'm not a yapper, but I am a banterer. Two different things, really.
Woods of shadow,
See, Evergrade, he's a yapper.
conjurer's vow, they
That dude can just sit and talk about one thing for like a freaking hour,
save their lives,
whether somebody's listening to him or not.
accusing
Which is a great skill for a screamer,
back of eight-legged blind
to be honest.
by staff and chant, they'll silence them.
I need somebody in there to actually talk to
Entwined in
before my powers activate.
courage they'll find. Their cloaks were threadbare, their souls were torn through failure's ash, their mission born. Spells on lips and lanterns low.
Amazingly, I think I only need one color for the line art on this piece. Little brown looks pretty good on all of it.
The nests they grow, a clattering choir where dread winds blow.
Did you get to see the piece I did during the week? I've been trying to do more
Dreamers tread as quiet as mist through
art
tangled woods of
outside of just streams, because I need more art than I can produce during the streams, mostly.
ragged blight so grim.
You know what?
Staff and chant, they'll
I have completely forgotten about this little spot.
silence calls their fates entwined in questing hearts. Courage they'll find. Each strike of fire, each rune etched proud, each cry for hope, each vow aloud. They drove the
I'm gonna try something
its well.
a little different here.
Spiders brood and nightmares dwell.
Give me a big brush. Set it at a low opacity. At a low opacity. What kind of...
Kohate says. I haven't seen it. I'll go and take a peek.
Well, here, let me show you right here.
Back of eight-legged blight so grim. By staff and chant they'll silence them. For redemption calls their fates entwined.
I was able to bust this out in like
Courage
an hour and a half. I can work pretty quick when I'm not obsessing over line art. Just have to get kinda sketchy with it.
Kohate says. Does this creature have an entry?
Not yet. This is a mythic creature. And we're not going into detail on most of those until I get the first thing
Kohate
released.
says, I love my mystic dogs.
They're mythics, not mystics. Actually, I know I want to do more mythics, but I gotta have a game first, man. Kinda sucks. All the fun parts of making the game are locked behind the things that I haven't done yet. And I have to do those first. You know, I was saying earlier in the stream that I should make this like a sunset because that's kind of how the lighting looks. So I'm gonna see if I can get me a reference for a sunset here. Actually, I think I might have taken a picture of one on my phone recently. Let's see if I got that. Oh yeah, that's pretty interesting. It was disappointing. Sunset's one of those things where, like, you look out the window and it's like, oh, that looks great, I should take a picture of that for a reference. And then if you lollygag around for like a few minutes and go out there, it's like completely changed because sunset's such a fleeting time of the day. The sun's already gone down, so reference I'm looking at isn't quite as good as it would have been if I got out there a few minutes earlier. Well, let's see. Well, I gotta put the sun nice and low here. Actually, what am I doing? I can just make a circle. Let's see. We'll get a darker blue up here. Phone, stop trying to turn off. Then it kind of turns purpley. Oh, well, let's get it. Let's lower the opacity on this thing. And gets a little reddish around here. Then kind of orange. I'm just like going full on Bob Ross right here. Just throwing colors down. And we can throw some clouds up in here. Let's see. Where is my cloud brush? The clouds are a pretty dark blue. And wispy. And that sets us up for the thing I like to do with the trees. Hey, this is actually looking kind of good. We're gonna need leaves on these though. Is that the good leaf brush? I think so. That one area is too dark. You know what? Maybe we'll just not have this down here. Nah, we need that there. We could also probably use some clouds over the sun. Let's see, gotta find my cloud brush again. There we go. I think that's about as good as it's gonna get. At least for that part. Now we need to add some rim light and whatnot. Let's put all this foreground stuff in a folder. And we'll clip the rim light to that. I've been seeing clips of that Netflix One Piece adaptation on Twitter recently. And I really don't know who thought it was a great idea to adapt One Piece, of all things, to live action. Because it don't look right. It's quite uncanny when you try to take such a cartoony art style and faithfully remake it with actual people. Hell, normal anime generally don't translate that well, let alone freaking One Piece of all things. You know, let's give him some rim light on the backs here. So he stands out a little better against the dark background. Alright. I think this might be more or less done. Let's see if I can play with the colors a tad. And you know what? I reduced the highlights before, but I think I'm gonna bring those back up. Not everything deserves to be brought up, though. Let's see. Let's get this reflected light a little duller. Let's see. Let me look at this in OBS and see if I recognize it. You know what? It's not bad. I think if anything, the main shadows could be a little darker. Maybe the secondary shadow is a little lighter. A little less extreme on that. I think that's pretty good. You know what? Let's go a little... not that far. Just a little bit further. Oh, and there's one thing I forgot. Soften that edge up a little bit. Alright, let's save this one, and I'll find something else to work on. Now's the hard part. Let's see, what other characters do I actually need to make here? Let's see, we do need the male version of the Ranger. Maybe we'll do that next. Let's see. What am I looking for? Save as. We will save Viridian Ranger F as Viridian Ranger M. Then we'll move this chick over. Let's get rid of these things on the side. We don't need them anymore. Okay, what I'm thinking is, first of all, I gotta get my brushes back to the way they should be. Bro needs to be wider. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. I have the urge to like make him kind of facing away from the viewer. I feel like that's a red herring. It's not like he's got a butt to show off or something. We could definitely increase the turn though. Let's see. We're probably gonna need more horizontal space for this guy. Well, let's just take all this and copy it and flip it. And then we're gonna have to deal with that hand because it ain't quite right. And I'm realizing that my brush is way too big. I can't get no details this size. Alright, let's see. Bro's body could stand to be a little less long. You know what? Let's move the girl over here so we can see things a little better and have room. Something ain't right about that leg. In fact, that's probably true for both legs. This is starting to piss me off, to be honest. Let's get rid of all that right there. And then we'll take this and kind of tweak it until it feels right.
Daladakarai Pop says, Lil dude's poppin'.
Hey Dale, how's it going? I don't know if little dude is actually bopping, but something's happening. Getting pissed off at legs. That is the current topic.
Daladakarai Pop says, he's aggressively bopping.
I don't know why this pose is giving me so much trouble. Bro looks like he's trying to walk like an Egyptian. Might look a little better if he didn't have like gorilla arms. Actually, let's try having the bow angled down tad. That looks a little more natural of a hand position. What you been up to, Dale? You still working on that thing? I'm still working on a thing, as you can see. I think maybe his knee needs to be bent a little. I ain't seen no Star Wars stuff in the news recently to talk about, but there is a whole bunch of other things happening. I saw a post about some interview that people had about the Blade movie they're working on. And apparently they're literally just like, we don't want to just have him put on a trench coat and kill vampires. Well, that's basically all Blade is. It looks like we're gonna have a lot of Surf Draculas coming in. You know about Surf Dracula, right, Dale? I guess Dale doesn't know about Surf Dracula. Once again, bro's arms are too long. Put it up there. I keep trying to draw this so like one of the fingers is hidden, but it just doesn't look right. You know what? The shoulders might be part of the problem too. Ugh. I can't erase. Trying to make this guy stop looking like Megamind. You know what, let's throw some clothes on this guy and see how he starts looking. And this one's gonna end up taking a lot of cleanup. Sorry, patron. Let's see, as far as boots go, they got kind of these moccasin things that I gave them. I've just been doing like so when it comes to dude pants. Especially for these regular characters. Okay, this is kind of looking alright. Needs an undershirt there. And a little crystal holster for his creatures. Let's get another layer for this. This will be his, what do you call that? A quiver. Okay. Actually, let's see. I need to redo a lot of that bow, actually. Because it is not really at a proper angle. Considering everything else on him. All the other doodads and whatnots. Let's see. That's not quite where it needs to go. Should be going like up in here. Really, this hand should probably be a little bigger. The other one is fairly chunky, and this one's like a little wispy. Now what, when it comes to the hair, let's make this dude look a little emo. And let's take this face guide off to a different layer. Let's see, how are the girl's eyes? Okay. Let's move them both down a little bit. Something about his stance is still kind of off. Let's take all of this. He's mostly looking pretty good. One thing I want to do, though... he needs a knife. Okay, it's got like the curved handle. Or the curved cross guard, rather. And also a curved handle. Alright, where is the layer I'm looking for? There she is. Alright, now I think all that's really left to do is put the braided look onto his bow. The coiled look. Let's see, hold on. Okay, she does not have fingerless gloves. However, I feel like this guy should. Whoops. This arrow looks a bit long for his quiver, so we're gonna shorten it. Let's clean up the face here. Now I think that's looking pretty good. The quiver looks a little crooked though. And where's the layer? I thought I had it. There it is. We'll make sure his arms are a little beefy to appease the archery purists. They're like, archers actually were buff because the bows were hard to draw. Every medieval history buff looking at this right now. Let's give him a little bit of a flip here and a fold here. Alright, not bad. Let's give him a knee, though. Probably should have a knee. I think it might be good to ship off to Patron at this point. Let's just get rid of some of this extra stuff. I think we're good there. Let's see if we can kind of get this curve straightened out a bit so it looks like he's standing up a little straighter. I think that might be all we can really do to him. Let's save this guy. I think I might call it a little early on the stream tonight. It's awfully slow, and I'm feeling slow as well. Maybe I'll do a little more after I get some food in me or something, but I think for now this is good. So that'll be it. I will see everybody next time. Hopefully we'll be able to go a little longer. And yeah. Bye!